The semen retention benefits you never knew about. In this video, I'm going to talk about the benefits of semen retention and how you can improve your life by practicing it. I will be talking about a little known secret that can change your life for the better. It's called SR, and it's something that not many people know about but can have a lot of benefits. Stay tuned to find out more. The benefits of sperm preservation, the nature of sexual energy, and how to use magic to boost the law of attraction by making it work better for you. I touched on this earlier in my pinned tweet about the dangers of excessive pornographic media consumption, but I wanted to go into more detail here. The intrigue and its operatives have kept this subject exceptionally well hidden because it is a secret, a esoterical secret, which is the first and most crucial point. This is the big one they don't want people to know about, and it is even more occult than bloodlines, non-human entities, false flags, and other things along those lines. For example, assume for a moment that you are a man in your early 20s who masturbates daily or at least once every few days. No. This is not the case at all. It is essential to be aware that your brain does not differentiate between ejaculating and actual sexual activity when it comes to pleasure. The thought crosses your head. If you are self-stimulating, you are accomplishing your genuine soul objective, which is to procreate, and each time you do so, your mind feels you are generating life. If you are not ejaculating, you are not completing your true soul aim. Put an end to what you're doing, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what would happen if I stopped doing this? It's hardly a surprise that your mind is freaking out. Why? Things begin to turn in your favor because you are not accomplishing your best mission as a human. By procreating, you immediately become more attractive. Don't believe me? Try it. Try it, it is practical. Over time, your voice will deepen, you will become less emotional and more relaxed, you will be able to maintain intense eye contact, and issues that used to cause tension will no longer bother you. You become more manly and more dominating. Your power will increase simply by refraining from playing games with yourself. The longer you are able to withhold, the more powerful you will become. After 2 weeks, you will observe drastic enhancements, and after 1 to 2 months, you will see miracles. I promise you. Because your body will be under a greatly reduced amount of stress, all of the fluids in your body will begin to improve. Keep in mind that it takes 50 drops of blood to make 2 drops of sperm. Every action your body takes is purposefully designed to facilitate the creation of sperm. It's a fact based on scientific research. If you can resist a very strong temptation to ejaculate, whether from having intercourse or playing with yourself, you will receive energy on par with a dragon. You may have heard certain celebrities use this term, let me explain what they mean by it. It is a compelling force. Is anyone familiar with Nikola Tesla? A world-famous brilliant inventor who was ahead of his contemporaries for decades, if not centuries. He had even discovered a way to collect free energy from the atmosphere, and he wanted to make this finding public before J.P. Morgan had his laboratory destroyed. What do you know? He kept all of his sperm, passed away as a virgin, was so committed to his work, and knew that this tremendously powerful sexual energy would give him an advantage over all his rivals. Guess what? He was conscious that energy might be transmitted to his creations to enhance their quality. They were. Mike Tyson is yet another outstanding example of this. It is said that he went almost 5 years without losing a fight in his younger years, and you remember how vicious Tyson was in his prime. He was knocking out world champions for fun, and these weren't weaklings. Some of them were 18 stone, 5 or 6 feet or taller, big tough men. He went almost 5 years without losing a fight in his younger years. But despite his small frame, young Tyson possessed a brutal edge that nobody else possessed. Everyone feared Tyson. Might semen retention have given him the advantage? I have no doubt whatsoever that it did him a world of good. When dissecting this stuff, it makes perfect sense because a physical force supports it. Consider that, as is common knowledge at this point, energy cannot be created or destroyed, rather, you can only move it from one place to another. If your sperm is injected into a female, it will eventually develop a new life. Where does the energy go if you do not get rid of this fundamental molecule? You will have the most potent and essential energy source driving you forward, transforming it into other areas from which you can choose. You might remember seeing a Jewish or conservative Muslim man in his early 20s driving a brand new Mercedes-AMG 63. He owned 3 businesses, was married, and had at least 2 children. How did they manage to do it at such an early age? When I was younger, my jealousy and envy led me to believe that the person whose wealth I envied must have obtained it through illegal activities, such as drug dealing or bank fraud, or through their parents. But after further consideration, I believe it has a lot to do with the retention of sperm. You have to understand that these religions teach their followers to feel shame for engaging in sexually explicit behaviors, such as sloth pleasure and mature pornographic content use. As a result, many people who follow these religions naturally retain their sperm, providing them unlimited energy to manifest a better life. Some examples of this include beginning your own business, finding a good wife, and having children at a young age. Of course, there's a chance I'm completely incorrect, but I think I may be onto something with that. Who knows, but something about this makes a lot of sense. Maybe it's just my imagination. Therefore, guys, I ask that you please make every effort to keep as much as possible, experience the massive surge of energy, and then proceed to supercharge the law of attraction. The following is a testimonial provided by an anonymous user from Reddit. He concluded that the retention of sperm would appear to provide evidence for the law of attraction and the reality of manifestation. He asked, why is it that everything seems to be in good taste when a good streak goes on for a while? Why does it always seem like luck is on your side no matter what you do? Why does everything work out the way it should? The gap between my experiences before I began the adventure of semen retention and afterward is mind-boggling. I used to fap all the time, watch porn all the time, and read orgasm all the time. Instead, my life has been filled with many occurrences that you can only describe as amazing. Such as walking in and landing a job just by shaking the manager's hand and passing through one interview. Not actively attempting to get ladies and then having them approach me gladly at some point without my having done anything to initiate the interaction or seek them. It seems like people are winning more money in the lottery out of nowhere. Betting bigger bonuses at work and finding new possibilities to make money. He also mentioned that formerly rocky relationships with family members and other people suddenly became calm and loving after using the supplement. These are only some of the things I've encountered in my life. I could go into greater detail, but sometimes it gets almost creepy how one thought or want can produce a positive notion or idea, moments or days later. I could go into deeper depth. When we have been on a lengthy SR run, our aura, vibration, and inner power should be at an all-time high. This is the only answer I can think of at present. To some extent, we can subconsciously or deliberately pull some strings of the universe, and the universe gives us the latitude to do so. Or perhaps it is merely a way of rewarding us for overcoming a natural impulse. When I talk about things flowing during streaks, I know I'm not the only one who experiences this. It's difficult to define exactly why this happens. And with that, the conclusion of his tale. The guy commented about that post, saying, semen retention has helped me manifest so many things. I didn't get a job, start talking to girls, or even have any drive to improve myself before I started. Of course, the benefits are much more pronounced if you're committing to it after a long time of heavy porn use. Porn is incredibly low vibration and saps your energy like nothing else, but even if you aren't, it will still help out a lot. You'll notice little things like increased confidence, more control over your emotions, and more energy. I usually start seeing the full spectrum of benefits at around day 7, but it takes less or more time for some people. Here is another comment. I've been doing semen retention or Nofap for 4 years. This is my explanation. We can all agree that everything is energy, and energy is vital. Every nut you release is equivalent to you running 5 km, that's per nut. Now understand that from an energy level. Manifestation needs energy. This increases energy, so it increases it in every aspect. Semen is a profound concept. The more you go on and off it, the more it becomes clear. Now, this is the real deal if you love women like me. No matter what you have, you'll have that natural edge. It just drives women, and they don't understand why. It's because the sexual vibration is on longer, and women realize it, and it's compelling. So please do it for you. Every time you release a nut, you lose energy. Is it worth that 5 kilometers run, which is scientifically proven? Now back to our topic. To help you build the kind of life you've always dreamed of having, consider the following question. Do you believe that any highly successful person watches porn while abusing themselves? Taking in the sights and sounds of a man engaging in sexual activities with a woman? Again, I'm not trying to embarrass anyone. I've dabbled in it in the past and I'm pleased to recognize it. However, I now understand how exhausting and dismal it was and how pitiful it truly is. In conclusion, these pornographic sites are the most popular by a mile. Do not give these nasty devils access to your creative force by utilizing the black mirrors that lead to disadvantage. Instead, take back your power, reclaim your vitality, and do not give up your strength. Retain your semen and manifest pure sexy magic. If you want to know more about semen retention and its connection with attraction, be sure to watch this video next.